I'm Ryan.
And I'm Andrew from the Dad.io podcast, a podcast member of the Gonna Geek Network. Just like the show you're listening to now,
the opinions expressed are those of each individual host. Check out all the other podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com. And get ready, because geekiness begins in 3, 2, 1.
Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy.
Good morning and welcome to episode 331 of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. This is recorded live on Sunday, October 7th, 2018. And guys, this is the last we're going to see Willie in this background potentially for a little bit, because you're hitting the road, aren't you, buddy?
I'm going on location. Where I may end up, I do not know.
He's going to end up where he's got Wi-Fi. That's about all I know.
Yep.
Lock your doors.
Yeah.
We already went through that.
It needs to be repeated, though. Lock your doors. Don't let
Lock
Willie
your
know where
doors.
you live.
Hide your cats. Check your closets.
You might have a wild Willie knocking.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That,
A wild Willie.
That's open to interpretation, isn't it?
I guess so.
Phrasing,
Are we still doing that? Is that still a thing? Phrasing?
apparently.
Come on, it was never not a thing.
Oh, and Chris, for the Red Room, I want to say a happy birthday to Faye over in the UK in the far distant future. She's having her birthday today.
Was like
She
10
does-
o'clock at night.
She doesn't watch
I
our
don't-
little internet show,
don't
I
know.
don't think, so she'll never know.
That's all right. I can still say happy birthday, and you should too. She's your division lead. You should be nice.
I am nice.
No, you're not. You take all her picks.
I didn't take any of her picks this time. My team is all dudes this month, I think.
Maybe this month.
Well, yeah. Don't get mad at me, because I use, as they call it, strategery.
I told her I was sending her a ringer.
I did win the league two quarters in a row.
2 seasons.
2 seasons, rather, yeah.
How many seasons have there been
That I've been into.
Yeah.
since the beginning?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, as it was going for a while before I got in it. Back when it was only 4 or 5 divisions.
Gotcha. And you
Yeah,
guys
I've been-
are talking about, so everyone knows, your comic book fantasy.
Fantasy comic league.
Fantasy
Yep.
Comic League.
I've been in it for. Is it just 3 seasons or 4 seasons? I can't remember if I did 1 or 2 before Chris joined.
And I'm better at the Fantasy Comic League than I am the Fantasy Football League I'm in.
Or the fantasy movie league that you gave up on.
Hey, it stopped sending me notifications, so I forgot. I'll be honest. That's what happened. And at that point, I went, well, I'm fucked now. I quit.
I set an alarm on my phone every Thursday
Well, you're better than I am at this.
and
thing.
Friday, just so I doubly remember.
And man, it is a close week. Gotham City Cineplex is ahead of me by 110,000.
Yeah, but I'm still in the lead overall.
Yeah, I'll reiterate. You're just better than me at it, I guess. It's fine. I'm okay with that.
Well, can you just take off the "at it" part?
No, I cannot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, he's gonna keep that.
I'll keep that going.
You know he's gonna keep that.
Yeah, that's mine now. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to accept it. Can you accept that, Willie?
You know what I can accept, Chris? That
What's
you
that?
should get PS Plus for this month, so you can get Friday the 13th, and we can all play it together.
Yeah, Friday the 13th was down like $10 at GameStop when I was there or something like that. I already own it on
Yeah.
Xbox, though. Why do I want to buy it again?
Because
I did not know you own it on that. Why'd you?
You don't have to buy it.
Because I got it for dirt cheap on there and I wanted to play it. It was on one of their Xbox Live sales or whatever. I think I got it for $10.
That's fair.
It's a fun game, but aren't they not doing any more work on it now or something like that because of rights disputes?
Yeah.
So it'll never finish.
Well, actually, to be 100% honest, I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it, or if Gun Media was just trying to drop it at all completely. It seems like news has come out like this, like they could have just been done with it. Saying at first they were saying because of the lawsuit, and now they're saying we're not sure because of the verdict. And I was like, you're switching on what you're saying here, so we're not sure what to believe. So I'm not sure. Maybe Gun Media just wanted to move on to other stuff.
Well, I mean, for a project they put so much time and money into, it seems like it has become a giant hassle for them. So maybe it's not worth it anymore to keep pushing the project.
Sailor Paul. Why should I buy the game again? Because you're a good little consumer. You know, in most cases anymore, I'm an advocate for wait until the reviews come out, then buy it. Or if you're a pre-orderer, because you get bonuses, don't open it until you read the reviews, because you can always return it.
Well, I did that for Spider-Man, and I was happily surprised. Actually, I wasn't surprised at all. It was a great fucking game, and I thought it was going to be.
Well, there's exceptions. How many times do you have a game that gets overly hyped? It comes out, you're like, why the hell did I buy this crap?
Well, and right now, Willie's not saying to go
yeah.
buy it. He's saying it's the free game on the PS Plus this month. So if you have PlayStation Plus, just go download it.
But isn't it
don't
only
Plus would
free
have
as
to
long as you're a
download.
PlayStation Plus subscriber?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
but,
how Xbox One's works too.
But
Yeah.
everybody, if you stop having it, when you do get it back again, it's still there.
Yeah,
You
it's
can-
the same with Xbox. So
Just
really, I would have it for a month. Why don't I just buy the game for roughly the same price if I was going to do that?
Oh no! You have it after that in perpetuity.
You can still play it when your subscription lapses?
No, not when your subscription lapses. I'm saying, but it's not like you can just play it for just that month. Is what
Well,
I'm
you can
saying.
only play it as long as you have PlayStation Plus, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it
so
sounded
it
like
would
what
be
you were
just a
saying
month.
was after the end of the month, you just can't play it as of this month right now. That's what it sounded like.
We're
you were
saying the exact same thing.
Yep, you're just saying it differently.
You say potato, I say potato.
potato.
Do, do,
No one
do,
says
do,
potato.
do,
Shut
do,
the fuck
do.
up.
Hey, simmer down there, killer.
If you say tomato, I will fucking kill you. You
I'll
hear
say
me?
whatever the fuck I want about potatoes and tomatoes.
I'll be at
Once
your
we get
door tonight.
Once we get done here, I'm gonna go have a tomato sandwich.
Well,
I'm
it's
hungry.
Fuck
okay,
you,
Willie,
piece of
because
shit.
my doors are locked and barred, and I have a house alarm, so I'll know you're coming.
And
Y'all trust me. When I come, you'll know it.
Son of a bitch.
you set yourself up for that one.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
did.
Really.
That was on
It's-
you.
I just hope he wouldn't take the low-hanging fruit. No, don't do it.
Oh, Willie lives on low hanging fruit. Sunday
me.
morning is low hanging fruit sandwiches. That's what we're
So
here for.
Willie's all about the garbage time, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get my low hanging fruit right in the face.
Oh, Willie's garbage time all day, every day.
And remember, I only trim. I don't really shave fully.
Stop right now. We don't need to
It's
know how
getting-
you treat the hair on the top of your head.
It's getting so much worse.
Hair doesn't grow on that head. That doesn't make any sense. That'd be weird.
Stop.
Nope.
Stop.
A hairy
it.
penis head. I'm going to Google
Stop.
it. See if that's a thing.
Don't do it. Don't look
I'm
it up.
Googling.
Don't Google that
I'm
shit.
Google. Don't tell me how to live my life.
He's going to get himself a penis merkin. He's going to make it out of his beard
He's
hair.
just going to get himself a Richard hat. That's what he's going to do. We learned all about Richard hats episodes
Oh, that's
ago.
right. We already did the Richard
This was
hat.
the Dick Hats episode
Yeah.
we did multiple episodes ago, where we found out you could get a little hat that made it look like Jane's hat from Firefly, or a Spider-Man mask, or a Halo Master Chief helmet. You can find all sorts of Richard hats.
Looks very cunning, don't you think?
All right. I'm getting some weird things, but nothing that is a hairy penis.
Thank you, baby Jesus.
Or a penis head. Wait, what's that? Nope, that's not one either. Yeah. I'm getting some weird what is this? But no. Whoa, my God, that looks diseased. Oh, my God, I'm stopping. That's
We
that is
told
not
you
a
this
hairy
was a
penis
bad
head.
idea. Did we
It's
not
bad
tell
enough
you
it
to?
scared Willie.
Really, why did you Google that?
I was curious.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. that
You
Willie
should
did
be.
that.
Look what you did.
This is on you, Chris. You started this train a rolling.
How did I start it rolling?
One joke led to another, and it all leads back to you,
No.
Chris.
You don't have to make the joke. You can let it go. You can be like, nope, I don't need to touch this one. You don't have to swing at every pitch.
Chris.
Yeah, he
Chris.
does. Have you met Willie?
Are you about to give me the Gretzky line of you miss 100% of the shots you don't take? Is that what you're about to give me?
Actually, no, I wasn't. I was going to say, you should know, my self-control is non-existent.
What did I just
Why do you think I have 4 STDs?
All right now, just from this weekend. You had a busy, busy Friday.
Gotta catch them all!
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's awful. That's so bad.
Guess that STD is herpes!
Oh, stop.
Oh, the gift that keeps on giving.
Why
Oh,
are we
you
doing
clear that
this?
right up with medicine. It's all good. Herpes is not that bad anymore. Crabs are the silent killer.
You see what you did, Chris? You see what you did?
I checked out.
You got Willie going, and now he won't stop. I blame you.
See, another person blames you. See, I should be a politician. I get people to follow what I believe, what I say,
That's okay. Just says start the news.
and I can't fucking talk right either. So that makes it even better.
Live from the ATGN studios on the internet. It's the news of the week.
Willie, 2020, vote.
I take direction well from our chat room. When it goes off the rails and they tell me to start the news, I start the news because that's where we run down what is in our minds. It's the most interesting, geeky, and or nerdy news to have popped up in the past week. I'm not going to start with Willie. I know better. I was about to throw things to Willie first.
I have an actual news story, but fine.
Do you
Go
really?
on. Do
Last I
something.
heard
Yes.
it was, I told Bachman my news and I forgot what it is, so I hope he
Well,
remembers.
I found something, you piece of shit.
Well then, why don't you kick us off, Willie? I'm sorry.
Naysayer, always naysayer.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I am deeply
No,
sorry,
no,
Willie.
no. Someone else goes first. I gotta go grab my cigarettes. Fucking need it. Nerves to calm down.
Willie, are you okay?
No, but I will turn off my camera because I am currently wearing no pants while I get up. I'll be right back. Go ahead with another news.
Anthony, why don't you kick us off then, and then we'll get back to Willie.
Okay, I think there's been an announcement or two from the New York Comic Con that started on, what was it, Wednesday or Thursday? Seems like it feels like it's already been going for over a week. There's been a lot of announcements. But I wanted to cover two, which I think the most happy for. For people that may not know, Tom Taylor is a kick-ass writer. I believe he's Australian, and he's been over kicking ass at Marvel on Injustice, X-Men, X-Men Red, All New Wolverine. He also did some Batman, Superman, some Star Wars, and he created The Deep, which is apparently coming to Netflix, BBC, and ABC. Like, dude has done a lot of stuff, and he's put out some fantastic books. He was the one that I was really unsure when they were doing the All New Wolverine, and it was the book where Laura Kinney, also known as X-23, put on the blue and yellow as kind of like an ode to Wolverine to kind of give respect to her progenitor, and became Wolverine while Wolverine was gone and Old Man Logan was running around. And then in that book, they found out that there were a bunch of clones of her. And so I was like, ooh, clones of clones. Like, this smells like some Clone Saga shit. Like, this does not sound good. And I bought all of the trades of that entire run, and it is a goddamn fantastic book. He introduced the character now known as Honey Badger, who is Gabby, who is a clone of a clone, who has had some of the best lines in the comic. I was looking on his website, on his Twitter, retweeted, someone put one up, said, reason 304 why Gabby the Honey Badger is damn awesome. Her clever vocabulary and sense of humor. When S.H.I.E.L.D. got attacked by Fin Fang Foom, you got Maria Hill saying, the liquid in the box, it's a pheromone. And Gabby pops up, it's a Fin Fang pheromone. Like, she's a pun wizard. It's fucking fantastic. But yeah, he's created some great characters, done some great stories. And yesterday, there were a whole bunch of announcements, and two of the big ones for comics is that Tom Taylor will be writing a stack of Star Wars books. It looks like it's going to be one title, possibly broken up into one-shots for different characters, because the announcement says Star Wars Age of Resistance written by Tom Taylor, and then underneath it just has bullet points, and each bullet point is a character. So it's got Finn, Poe Dameron, Rose Tycho, Rey, Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader Snoke, General Hux, Captain Phasma. And Tom Taylor's response to it says, I couldn't be in New York for Star Wars panel at NYC, but they just announced the full list of titles I'm writing for Marvel Star Wars Age of Resistance. So I don't know if they're all going to be one-shots or minis, but apparently he's writing an entire line of Star Wars comics for them.
Damn.
So those should be awesome. And yeah, and somebody asked him, like, are these individual stories for each characters? And he said yes. He didn't break down, like, if they're just one-shots, if they're, like, you know, kind of like annuals, like big books, or if they're going to be minis for each one. But at least there's going to be one for every character in that list. So he's doing at least 8 different Star Wars books in the Age of Resistance series. So those look awesome. And then they also announced he's going to be taking over as the new writer for Peter Parker, the new Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So apparently Spectacular is going to get canceled, and they're going to bring on...
That's the Chip Zdarsky one, isn't it?
Yeah, which kind of sucks, because I've been enjoying the hell out of that
He
book.
just did his last issue. He said it
and
was
it's
his
been a
last
really
issue.
fun read.
So
Yeah.
it might have been planned, is what I was thinking.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, I'm not saying it was like canceled by sales or whatever. It just sucks because it was a really good book. That book had a lot of it had like classic interactions with the Human Torch and a lot of Spider-Man's old school like I want to say secondary characters, but like his all the close personalities in his life. Like Chip Zdarsky really dug into that and told some really good stories. That's been an enjoyable book. I'm just sad to see it go away. But yeah, it's Tom Taylor with art by Juan Cabal. New series tells the tale of the power and responsibility Walt Carter bears as both superhero and the guy who lives next door. And supposedly it's going to be focused really on the actual neighborhood and the day-to-day life of Spider-Man. So allegedly a book away from like the big crossovers and the giant galactic events and running into the Avengers, but actually like the day-to-day stuff in the neighborhood of Spider-Man running around being Spider-Man. And from what I've seen Tom Taylor do with fucking Wolverine and Gabby and the X-Men Red, which X-Men Red is now the only X-Men title I read, it is a fantastic book. He's the one that brought the team back with Jean, where she's running around kicking ass on a global scale trying to help mutants out. And yeah, it's just the dude writes hellaciously good comics. I can't wait, and I'm a little mad because I have to add another book to my whole list when I'm trying to cut down again. And god damn it, I have to add more, but it's going to be worth it. It's Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man by Tom Taylor. I'm super excited. It's going to be a fun book. And yeah, and there'll probably be another 30 some odd announcements that came out last night and during today, because NYCC seems to be one of the big ones now for announcements, especially for Marvel, because they're right down the street, and it's probably a lot easier for them to just carry their stuff over to the convention center than it is to take it all the way to San Diego. So yeah, lots to look forward to.
Well, and New York Comic Con's a bit more comic focused than San Diego is now. We've talked about that before.
That's true. Yeah, the San Diego Media Con.
Yeah, and I do know that Draftsman's out there right now. Naki's out there. Peter Melnick from Audibly Exquisite Podcast on the Network's out there. So there's a few people we know that are out there now having some Comic-Con adventures.
Yeah. Have fun, be safe, and avoid the con crud. Though I think Naki said she already got attacked by it.
Yeah, her Instagram seemed to indicate that she got pretty sick already. I was like, uh-oh, that's crappy.
Hopefully she's feeling better.
Yeah, so good luck, Naki. We hope you feel better. Willie, do you hope Naki feels better, or are you still mad at all of us?
Well, I'm mad at Naki. She's a wonderful person. I love Naki.
I'm glad he said that. I'm going to clip that out.
Okay. I would say that every time.
All of a sudden, it's like bright and glowing on Willie's screen, and he's saying nice things about people.
This is
something
Angel
happened.
Willie.
Something happened.
You
this
get
is
him.
weird.
You get him his smokes, and everything changes.
Something's coming. Something's coming. I'm changing.
The whole world is different.
Oh, no. Hello, my children.
Oh shit!
No.
There is
I
no.
can't stop it. He's coming.
No Reverend Willie. We can't have the Reverend on site.
Yeah, there's tons of news for NYCC, but that was the one I was the most excited about. So that was my news of the week.
Fancy. Willie, do you remember your news now?
Shut. God damn it. All right, so fine. I'll
You're
go
the
ahead
one
with
that
my
said
news.
it. Wait.
I'll go with
Wait,
the news, Chris.
wait.
I didn't say back to you
Wait,
yet.
wait.
No.
You don't toss news back to me. That's not how this works. You're the one in pre-show. It's like, I have a bad memory. So I half expected you to have forgotten your news by now.
Well, I think I forgot exactly what I was going to talk about. I'll probably remember after I'm playing Dead by Daylight later on. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Fuck. But I do have something. There was a little art auction on Friday. Some stuff by Banksy was getting sold.
This is awesome.
Fuck Banksy.
And if you don't know who Banksy is, he's never disclosed his full identity. And he began his career spray painting buildings in Bristol, England. Art piece he did, Girl with Balloon, I believe it's called. Got sold at an auction for $1.4 million. And at the end of the auction, the frame that the painting is in started shredding in it. It started coming out of the frame, all shredded. After it sold for $1.4 million. So, and the art auctioneer said, well, we just got Banksy'd. It was a prank long in the making. And I'm pretty sure that art piece is now worth probably more than $1.4 million just because of the story behind it.
Which makes it even worse.
It's hilarious.
It's utter and complete shit.
Why?
because people say that thing's worth $1 million, so it's worth it. It's not. It's worse than fucking Campbell's soup cans. It's goddamn annoying.
Well, that people say the same thing about $20 bills, saying, "Oh, this piece of paper is worth $20."
Yeah, the difference is that there's government backing that says that $20 bill is worth $20, and we all have to agree on it. Within the art world, as long as like 10 right people agree that something's worth $1 million, then it is. And it's fucking disgusting, the people that get to make that decision.
Well, it's the same with stocks. It's all imaginary numbers, man.
I kind of agree with Sailor Poland. That's kind of the point, is that shredding it devalues what these experts say it is. Things
No,
like that.
That's it. It should have devalued it, and that's what Banksy was going for. And now, like Willie said, it's going to be worth more because it's the first painting to ever shred itself at auction.
But
that makes it worse because now these idiots are going, "Oh, now it's an even better specialer thing, and it's worth more money." They all need to die. I hate them all. Bunch of fucking Warhols.
Tell us how you really feel, Bachman.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're gonna sell my shit. Here you go." I mean, just imagine how it was triggered. That's what I want to know, how they set it up. How it was like triggered to know whether he had like a little self-seller modem in there or something, or
he had to been watching the auction live because it literally happened live as soon as it's. Yeah.
I think
was
he
he
was
in the
there.
room or was he watching it? I mean, I'm really curious.
I think he did take a picture of it and put it on his Twitter.
It was on there temporarily, and then the Instagram video disappeared that he
Instagram.
posted.
Yeah, there was a video showing him laying the X-Acto knife blades on the inside of the frame before he put the frame together, showing how he built it.
I agree, Sailor Paul, and the logistics is fascinating. I also want a movie about this.
Well, don't they have a documentary on him already?
Well, I'm sure they do, but I want a documentary, or at least I want whoever bought this to open up the frame so that we can actually see how it was done. I mean, we saw a little bit in a little 60-second Instagram video that got taken down, but I want to see how it was triggered. I want to see how they set the blade mechanism up. It looks really interesting from that perspective.
So how did he sell that painting in the first place for them to sell it at auction?
Well,
was he the seller at the auction?
No, from what I read, it was sold originally, and it was, if it is resold, he wanted to be able to go and trigger that, because probably something to the message of reselling art for huge markups and things like that. So it was sold to someone originally, and then evidently, from what I could tell from what I read online, this was a fail-safe he put in there in case said person put it up for auction to try and flip it for a ton of money.
And if I remember correctly from Exit Through the Gift Shop, the documentary you're talking about Banksy, they introduce his art dealer. He has a rep. He has not like a manager, but he has someone that actually is authorized, and that's basically the one person that knows who he is.
I'm interested.
So it's fascinating there.
There is somebody in the art world that does know who Banksy is, because there has to be somebody to be the representative for his artwork.
Would you say he's a guerrilla artist?
Not anymore.
I'm
Why
going
not?
to no-sell that, Willie.
What? It wasn't even a joke or a pun.
No, he used to be a guerrilla artist.
Yeah. Awkward silence as Willie's like, I don't know what the hell to do with these guys. What am I doing?
You ask a question, I give you the answer.
You're stiffing me here.
I have a BFA in art illustration. I literally studied this shit.
I thought it was a BS.
No, I got my BS from the Navy. I got my BFA from BSU.
Well,
I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts from bullshit university. It's the dumb one with the blue field, because they got sold a bill of goods because they're fucking morons.
All right, Chris, what the hell is your news of the week?
I was going to let you go.
You're firing me?
Well, that's not what I was going to do, but if you want me to, I guess I could fire you. Do you want me to fire
Let's have a
you?
poll. Who wants
Wait,
Willie to get fired from the show?
I only want Chris to do it if he can do it in his best Vince McMahon.
I don't have a Vince McMahon impression.
You're fired! Is that good?
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
I will allow it.
Wrote the graveliness in it.
Yeah, you gotta be like hyped up on steroids and caffeine, a little coke, and sound like you're taking a really constipated shit at the same time. That's a good Vince McMahon.
Hey, the Nightbot moderator in the chat room did some stuff.
It looks like it's doing a lot of stuff. What that?
Well, someone was asking us to review something on
Jesus.
YouTube, and the Nightbot moderator I put in there will basically give you a 5-second warning the first time you post a link if you're not one of our regulars, or until I elevate you to that. And then if you do it again, it puts you on a 600-second timeout.
So whoever this Presto guy is, he just keeps putting in links.
Well, he put in a couple in there, but yeah, Preston or anyone else who's watching right now, we're not going to go and click on other YouTube links in the middle of a show right now. If we're doing an event where we want that to happen, we'll let you guys know ahead of time, and we'll do.
I won't click on things
like
that Willie sends me. I ain't clicking on shit that some random guy in a chat room puts in there.
Let's be honest. You clicked on everything I send you.
No,
You
I have
in the
not.
past.
There's
my.
plenty of things that I did not click on.
Oh my! So he says now. We'll find out later. I don't know what.
Didn't
that
he
means, I'm
threaten us
sorry.
with a Batwing one time live on the air?
I don't remember it, but that does sound like something.
I was going to say it sounds
And
like
I
something
did
he
not
would do.
I mean, I'm not going to deny it. I just don't remember.
I'm pretty sure you did. And I'm pretty sure I did not click on it.
Sailor pulling. Can I post link to my Amway business? Well, since you're a regular in here, you're already whitelisted. You can post whatever
No.
links you want. You and Suncast theoretically can, and Nightbot won't catch you. So
I'll delete.
Yes,
feel
Senator
free.
Pullen, you can. And no, I will not click on your pyramid scheme.
I will delete that message.
I only get involved in select pyramid schemes, and that's on like incense, I think is the current one, or essential oils.
Can't call them that anymore. They're not that anymore. They're MLMs. Multi-level marketing that's shaped like a pyramid.
Yeah, it's just another way to say pyramid scheme. Yeah, I'm from the home of that pyramid scheme, actually. That started here in Boise.
What, Herbalife?
No, the one with candles and wax scents.
Were the candles actually good?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh, then what's the problem then?
Because it's still a pyramid scheme. But yeah, it's a huge company here. Their new corporate headquarters is fucking gigantic. The building's almost as big as HP's last building. Like, it's fucking huge. They sell a lot of candles.
Now, I am very interested in this, but you know what else I'm interested in?
It could be a lot of things. Mario Party? I don't know.
Chris's news of the week.
Yeah, that comes in later. Yeah, I was thinking, I'm really interested in what Chris has to say about his news of the week.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Segue.
Segue. Almost like the
Sega,
Sega
but
voice.
yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did.
So we've talked about on here before that Telltale, the Walking Dead series, I expressed my concerns by the fact that they put out 2 episodes of it, they fired everyone in the company, and we said, I don't know what's going to happen. And this is
Well,
one where-
almost.
the second episode did come out, I believe. I haven't checked.
No, I
the
mean, no, they almost fired everyone in the
No,
office.
the last 25 got fired on Friday.
I know I was going to mention that.
Well, sorry.
The
Will.
skeleton crew is gone.
I apologize. The skeleton crew is gone. Yes. So presumably they finished their work for Netflix. Now, Telltale had posted something about a week and a half ago on their Twitter account that said, hey, we're going to try and find a buyer to finish The Walking Dead Season 4 so that everything can get finished up. Well, at New York Comic Con, it was announced that Skybound Games will finish the final season of Telltale's The Walking Dead. Why does that sound familiar? Because it's Robert Kirkman's company. You know, the guy
Nice.
that created The Walking Dead. He told a panel at New York Comic Con that his company has a deal with Telltale to complete the story. According to Variety, Skybound will work with, quote, members of the original Telltale team to finish the story, end quote. Although that hasn't been finalized yet. So the good thing is, at the very least, these guys are presumably going to get short-term jobs to finish this out, to do 2 episodes. Hopefully they morph into long-term jobs for the Telltale for some of the Telltale folks at least. But they're going to finish the story, which is what a lot of fans wanted, not as much as they were upset over the people getting fired. Let's keep that in mind. Most people were rational about it. Oh, Sailor Poland, you like you're reading my mind. Is it just me, or is everyone more concerned about the fate of the Walking Dead game instead of the people who worked 80-hour crunch weeks? That was one of the problems. If you go and read some of the op-ed pieces in the background investigation on Telltale Games, they were notorious for continually doing 80-hour crunch weeks, no overtime, because of their scheduling was ridiculous. And according to the story, they're saying that they're going to work with the original team. I don't know what that means, Suncast. Are they going to rehire the original team or staff? I don't know. I don't know how temporary they are. Hopefully, at the very least, they morph into something. But if they're on the plus side of things, if it's just temporary work, at least it gives them jobs in the short term while they work on finding something else. So there is good news out of it.
Skybound doesn't own their own video game company, so like they would still have to.
No, they do.
You know,
Skybound Games, they have their own company.
Do they actually have like an actual like place for making games though?
Yeah,
I didn't know they'd done any games yet. I know they've done board games and they've done toys. Have they put out actual video games before though?
I would assume. I don't know.
Oh, because I mean, yeah, in that case, yeah, they can just bring those people on staff. I didn't know if they actually had an actual video game center though for an actual production team. Because I mean, otherwise they would have to basically, like, you know, buy into one to get this game done.
I don't know. The way this reads, it sounds like Skybound's going to take it over. They're going to bring some of the people on and contract work, things like that. I don't know what's going to happen with it.
It is cool, though. I mean, I like the idea that Robert Kirkman's like, no, we're going to keep working on this.
It is cool, but I'm not sure if it's as cool as it could be. Let's find out what happens to the people, because there's 250 plus employees that got laid off with a day's notice, no severance pay, only their insurance through the end of the month. And that includes people that had relocated out to the San Francisco area just recently. And most of those folks, because of the cost of rent and things out there, were living fairly lean, because from some of the interviews I'd read, it was one of my paychecks a month goes directly to my rent. The other one's to pay for my bills. So there's a lot of people that are in a bad position, and there's a lot of gaming companies that hopefully gobble some of them up. I saw we talked about it when this news came out. There were companies that put stuff out saying, hey, all Telltale employees, we're doing a hiring fair, come see us.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft and a few other companies did too, I think. It's an ugly, ugly situation for the employees there. And those are the folks you feel bad for, because you start going and reading some of the stories that came out. And they're like, yeah, the company sucked at times. The new CEO seemingly was starting to turn it around, but they didn't do anything about these insane deadlines. So we were overbooked on things. It was tough to get things out, but we were starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel where there was going to be change. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, the one upside to this would be if they're going into it knowing, hey, we're going to finish this game. They're probably not saying, hey, we're going to hire you for 10 years. They're saying, hey, we're going to work on this game and then see where things go. So at least people going into this project know, well, once this game's done, there's no guarantee of, you know, further work. So at least this time they're not going to go in just to be blindsided at the end of it.
Right. We'll have to see what happens. I don't know. I'm hoping this all equals into being good things. Whether it actually is or not, I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, look at the list of titles under Skybound's header now. It's gotten so much bigger. It's crazy. And the majority of them are Kirkman books, but there are books on there that like he's not writing either. So that brand keeps building. It's a good brand. I read a lot of those books.
Sailor Paul in the chat room says they were talking about adapting the Unity engine. That shouldn't have taken as long as it did for what they're going to do with it. Absolutely, yes. Their engine was garbage. They hadn't really made many changes or upgraded it. Supposedly the first game after the Walking Dead game was supposed to be using the new engine. That's what I had heard in some of the stories I'd read online. But this was going to be the last one with the old engine, which was clunky at best, I think is the best way to put it. It didn't really help the developers much, and it's pretty old tech, too, if you start thinking about how old some of the Telltale games are that were developed on it.
Why were there frame rate issues for this game? Even back in the first one, why were there frame rate issues on the PS3? It wasn't so intensive at all.
Yeah, I have an Xbox One X. Telltale Batman should not have chugged down to like 10 frames per second where it did in some places, or even slower, because the hardware in that thing is ridiculous. I can play other games at 4K 60 frames per second with no stutter, and then Telltale it's like, oh, can't do this.
And they look 30 times better too while doing it.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, but that being said, there are some Telltale games that I really still do love, like Tales from the Borderlands, fantastic game.
I never finished that one.
No? Oh, man. Did you play the Borderlands games?
Yeah, I got the platinum for the first one.
That's right. So you would probably enjoy Tales from the Borderlands. I think it's a great game.
I mean, I started it. I never finished. I think I got 2 episodes into it, maybe. Maybe just 1. I can't remember. One of those
totally
2.
Worth it. I was really hoping they'd do a sequel for that one day, but they did not.
Oh, it wasn't Sam & Max the first game they made?
I don't know, in all honesty.
I think it was.
It was at the very beginning. If it was the first, I'm not 100% sure, but it was probably close to it.
Sailor Poland says, "Yep."
All right,
Because I remember it. Because I remember when that came out, I was like, oh, okay. I think I played a little bit because they had the first episode for free on the PS3.
Good pull, Willie, and thank you, Sailor Poland, for confirming it.
Well, I mean, no, I saw he put it in the chat. Sailor Poland said, "Say it, Max." I was like, that was our first game, wasn't it? And then Back to the Future, I think, was after that. And oh god, that was. Ooh, that was.
I never finished that one, I'll be honest. I have them on my PC, I just never got to it. And I think I got them on Xbox when it was part of Games with Gold.
Yeah, I think it was on PS Plus at a time too, and it was just. I think I played some of that, and it's just like, oh, god.
Yeah, but like we said before, Telltale, dead and gone. A lot of the lessons learned from it and a lot of the game style choices they made have already been adopted by others. The real bummer is the people that were impacted by this firing. And we'll continue to say we really hope those guys find a good landing spot. And in this case, it looks like Skybound Games is going to at least provide a temporary landing spot for people, which is better than nothing, at least for some people there.
Well, I mean, I'm going to say I hope the people that were in charge of it don't land on their feet because they're the ones that fucked everyone over.
I don't think it's the management that they're going to be bringing in for this. I would imagine this is the story writers, the artists, the developers, and things like that.
You get me wrong. I just want to say fuck you to those guys. I wasn't trying to compare them. I'm just saying fuck you guys. You're pieces of shit.
It's the old CEO that I think is the biggest problem that then turned around and sued the company. The former CEO and founder. I think that's what caused a lot of their financial distress when I started reading some of the stories on it.
And then after he left, he sued the company?
Yeah, I don't remember the full story, but it was not a happy split, for lack of a better term.
Oh, I would say not.
Okay, I just saw this headline. We're still in the news section, so I can bring it up. Master Replicas, who makes really cool prop replicas, made a HAL 9000 smart speaker. I kind of want it.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool. And there was something else too. I forgot that was big news that came out late last night after they had announced that he would be reprising his role in season 9, which might be the last year of The Walking Dead. They were talking about having some flashbacks with Herschel, and the sad news happened after that announcement that Scott Wilson passed away last night. The 76-year-old actor who played Herschel has died. So there's been a lot of tributes going out online that started last night and some this morning. Some people talking about just how great of an actor he was, how nice of a guy he was to work with, and it's really sad that they had just announced that he'd be coming back for season 9, and now the actor has passed on. So sadly, Scott Wilson is no longer with us.
That is sad. Yeah, I started seeing the things come out about that overnight, and it was a bummer.
And he was so good as Herschel. He was so damn good as Herschel.
He was one of my favorite characters on the Walking Dead show when I was watching it. I have seen that they are pushing hard the fact that it is Rick Grimes' final season on every ad I've seen on TV lately right now. So I'm not sure. I don't follow it anymore. Are ratings down or something? Is that why they're pushing this so hard? I don't know.
I think the ratings are down a little bit, and it's become so much not the comic that it's completely its own thing now that it's kind of weird because they've had actors leave. I just watched season 8 because I always just watch it when it goes on Netflix and the whole season drops. I just catch up then. And in season 8, they kill off a character that's still one of the main leads in the comic, and the comic's still 5 years in the future where the show is. So it's basically one of those things where the actors have been doing it for so long, they just want to do something else. So all the actors are falling off. And the show is just not going to live up to the comic because, well, the comic can go forever and the characters don't age in the comic. So,
I mean, you sort of get it, though, from an actor perspective. Andrew Lincoln's been on the show, 9 years? And they don't exactly film in the most comfortable of conditions.
No.
And his family's all back in England.
Yeah,
so,
they're filthy in Georgia 8 months out of the year.
Yeah, I'd read that.
Chandler Riggs was 12 years old when he started that show. And, he had to shave constantly for his last scenes. Because he's aged so much, he doesn't look like a 12-year-old anymore. The kid grew up. He's been on there for almost 10 damn years.
Yeah. I read an interview, I think it was with Andrew Lincoln, that was, my family's back there. But here's the interesting thing. He's not going to be Rick anymore, but he's coming back as a director for The Walking Dead and becoming part of the production staff, I guess, from what he was saying.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's an interesting transition. I kind of get it at the same time. If you played the same character for 9 years, and by all reports, Andrew Lincoln is a very method actor, so having to put yourself in that mindset for 9 years, I'm sure that's exhausting too.
Well, they said mostly it started with the voice because he had trouble flipping back and forth if he talked in his normal English accent, then getting into Rick Grimes took a little effort. And so when he was on set during work days, he would stay in the Rick Grimes voice and not change out of it, just because it made it easier for him to do his job. And so, yeah, I think that kind of led into him just being Rick Grimes all day, every day. And yeah, that's got to be taxing like a motherfucker, because Rick Grimes does not have an easy life. Rick Grimes has never had a good day, ever. Rick Grimes is being kicked in the balls by life 24/7, and that is what The Walking Dead is all about. That motherfucker makes hard decisions and kills lots of people.
You are not incorrect on that one.
Yeah, season 8 was good, but yeah, that show is so much not the comic anymore that it doesn't bother me at all, because it's a completely different thing now. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to see where they're going to go with the next season, or possibly the last season if the show ends.
Oh, they're going to drag this thing through until it's dead. It's The Walking Dead. And even though it doesn't get the same ratings, I wager it still makes them money. Don't take it as me being like, I'm pooping on The Walking Dead. I just burned out on it. It stopped being fun, so I stopped watching 4 seasons ago. More power to those that still do. Glad you guys like it.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, his role as Negan, he has done an amazing job. He's probably one of the best interpretations, straight comic page to on screen, of a transition of one of those characters from the comic. Like, he gives you the feeling of Negan in the book, and that's not an easy thing to do.
I think the last season I watched was the season where he bashed in Glenn's skull at the very beginning, and that was the one I quit. So I don't know when that was. Spoiler alert.
I think that's start of 6, because I think end of 5 is when you didn't know who died over the summer.
Yeah, that's right.
And then start of 6 is when you find out that, yeah, he actually killed 2 people.
That's right. So I had 2 other things to touch on real quick as we transition off of this. The first one, just because it makes me laugh. Google's putting out a new smartphone this week. You can already buy it overseas. It's already leaked and is for sale.
Nice.
It just made me laugh. But the other thing, while we've got everyone here, is did you guys see the final trailer for Daredevil that dropped this week?
No, I saw that was happening last night, but I hadn't taken time to sit down and watch it. I was going to watch it today. Didn't they introduce Bullseye?
They did, and there was a small trailer they dropped yesterday where they pretty much confirmed that he's Bullseye, because they keep panning between him being Daredevil and then having a beanie on his head with like a Bullseye logo. So nice. He's totally yeah.
And we also got Aquaman in the fucking orange shirt.
Oh, I forgot all about that one too. Yeah. The 5-minute trailer for Aquaman that DC dropped, because they're like, hey, you guys want to see if you like this? We'll give you 5 minutes. Most of it's new content. And I watched the Aquaman trailer and went, son of a bitch, this actually looks pretty fun.
And the Aquaman trailer that was in front of Venom, which I was shocked to see DC put the money out to put their fucking trailer in front of a Marvel film. And I'll be goddamn, Aquaman looks good on the big screen, y'all. I gotta say, it looks like fun. Fucking what's his name? Justin Lin, the Fast and Furious guy that directed
that wasn't
Aquaman?
Justin Lin that did Aquaman. It was James Wan.
James Wan. But yeah, like, it looks like a badass James Wan action film. Like, it looks fucking fun. Like, I'm so happy they might have actually given us a good Aquaman. I'm excited.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Him wearing the actual Aquaman armor at the end, you're just like, okay, this is pretty cool. They put a 5-minute trailer out, which astounded me. We watched it on Friday, and my fiance's like, 5 minutes? I'm like, yeah, I don't know why they did 5 minutes, but let's find out. And I watched it. I was like, oh, damn, this is pretty good. I'm in.
And apparently there's Hellboy footage too, but it's not being shown. It was just shown to a select audience at New York Comic Con. But from what I've heard, everybody's going apeshit about it. It apparently looks like a fantastic horror film that just happens to have comic book aspects to it. But apparently they're not trying to push the superhero route. They're trying to push it even more to horror, which is ridiculous when you realize the last 2 were done by Guillermo del Toro. And those were horror films. They just had a lot of comedy in them. But yeah, I love me some Ron Perlman, some Guillermo, but I'm honestly getting excited for the new Hellboy as well. It looks really fucking good.
Isn't that the guy from Stranger Things?
Yeah, David Harbour, I think is his name.
It's David Harbour, the sheriff. And yeah, he makes a mean-looking Hellboy. He got big.
Yeah, he got jacked.
Yeah,
he got giant dad big.
Yeah, he's a big daddy now.
Oh, okay, whoa. I'm not going there.
Hellboy's a big daddy.
I mean, I would like a prequel with Big Daddy and Hit Girl.
Oh, Big Daddy and Hit Girl.
I mean, although I did like Nicolas Cage as it.
He was good as Big Daddy. The Hit Girl and the new Kick-Ass series have been good. There's no Big Daddy anymore, but Hit Girl on herself on her world tour, those comics have been fun. They did a 5-issue mini in Brazil, and I'm honestly not a huge fan of Jeff Lemire writing superheroes, but Jeff Lemire writing anything other than superheroes is really good. And his Hit Girl in Canada just ended with is it Rico Izzo, the artist from 100 Bullets? They did the Canada miniseries. That series just ended. Fucking fantastic. Hit Girl goes up and murders some motherfuckers up in the Canadian wilderness, and it was a really damn entertaining book.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's literally just Hit Girl on a world tour going around and taking out criminals. And each different arc. Yeah, and each different arc is written by a different artist or written by a different writer and has a different artist on it. And apparently Kevin Smith is coming up soon. He did a Hit Girl Hollywood.
That could be pretty cool.
Yeah, a bunch of different minis. So yeah, I've enjoyed the first two so far. Very, very, very different art styles from Brazil to Canada, though.
Well,
like
Hit Girl is mini.
They are crazy. Yeah, and she is very mini. She's the best mini. Hit Girl's so much fun.
Well, guys, so go check that out. Go check out the Aquaman trailer. Go check out the Daredevil trailer. Daredevil's only like a couple weeks away from coming out. It looks really good. The new hallway fight scene that they teased looks good. And if you're not following him, follow Vincent D'Onofrio on Twitter as he talks about playing the Kingpin. It's fascinating. Dude really loves the role.
Follow his Twitter anyways.
He's the best Marvel villain.
Say again, sorry.
He's the best Marvel villain.
You put him ahead of Loki?
Yep.
Killmonger?
You goddamn... Yes.
Interesting. A lot of people really think Loki's the best and Killmonger.
I don't get this. Why is Killmonger so far up there? I don't get it. I get his backstory, but he's not that great.
He has perfect reasoning for everything he did.
Yes.
He's not a psychopath. Everything he did follows a set of steps that make logical sense. He got fucked over. He wants revenge. He fucking worked towards it, and he got it. That's the type of villain that works better. It's like Magneto. It's not that Magneto was wrong. He just saw things different than Charles. The best villains you can fucking empathize with. You see why they do what they do. And yeah, and everything that Killmonger does, you can see the reasoning behind it, which is what made him great villain.
But I mean, I still say Kingpin's the best. Just because the way Vincent D'Onofrio acts it out. That hidden rage is just, he's stifling behind it. He's like, great.
Murder boiling at the surface at all times, and he's just barely controlling it.
When you first see it, and he just starts slamming that guy's head in that car door.
Oh, when he takes the Russian brother's head off, that was a great fucking scene.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. And also, before we transition to the next bit, Sailor Poland wanted me to remind you folks, go check out Venom with Googly Eyes.
Oh, I did. Yeah. I did as soon as he said it. I like it.
There's gifs of it,
gifs
too.
of it if you Google image search it.
Am I the only one that went and saw Venom on opening day and kept their movie streak going?
Yeah, you're literally the only person in the world that did.
Well, that's not true because I picked Venom in the Fantasy Movie League, and I'm in second place right now.
I did, too.
And those that picked A Star Is Born are below us. So, yeah, Venom, I believe Venom actually overshot its expectations. I think it's at 70 right now.
I think I went with Venom, and then the rest was Hellfest, I think.
Yeah, which Hellfest didn't do great, but it didn't do awful either.
Yeah. Once again, this is another week where we're all like within $2 million, it seems.
Yeah, right now, they just updated it. Venom has the bonus, and it's at 80 million for the weekend. Which, if Venom pulls down 80 million, that's not bad for a Spider-Man villain movie with no Spider-Man in it.
But once again, I don't want them to continue this trend, especially the shitty writing.
Well...
What's wrong with you people? Stop going to see it.
It's going to pull about 90 mil is what Sailor Poland's saying.
I don't have a choice, Willie.
Yes, you do. Fuck your streak.
No, fuck. The streak says fuck you. The streak is stronger than you. But no, yeah, it actually was pretty good. Like, because I had heard rumors that some people were saying it was as bad as Catwoman. And the people starting those rumors are full of shit. It is not that bad.
Well, you saw the conspiracy theories about who was starting those rumors, right? It's the Lady Gaga fans that are starting them because they want A Star Is Born to beat Venom at the box office. That's the conspiracy theory. I was like, you've got to be shitting me. You've got to be kidding
conspiracy. But yeah, it's not that bad. I'm not going to tell you it's fucking great. It's not fucking Infinity War. It's not Spider-Man Homecoming. It's not fucking Black Panther. Like, it is not a great film.
My
But
problem
it's
is the
a
lines
fun
used, at
movie.
least in the trailer. Oh, I got a virus, Mrs. Whatever. I'll see you later. What? Get that
Yeah.
stupid shit out of here.
Well, there's some problems. There's some serious problems with it. Like I'm saying, it's not great.
The whole
but-
turd monologue thing, that was fucking stupid as hell. They need to get fired.
And that
wrote
is
that.
in the movie. That is in the movie. They left it in. The one
God.
time they should have taken something from the trailer and not put it in the movie, that's in the movie. But I will say that we got to go spoiler free. I'm not going to spoil anything in the movie, but there are 2 stingers. One at the start of the credits, one at the very end. The first stinger, I think, is worth the ticket price to the theater because there's a reveal that made me fucking shout out loud in the theater.
Or you just wait till it leaks on YouTube. Sorry.
Yeah, it might also be on YouTube
I think
by
you
the
can
end of
say
the
what the
weekend.
second stinger is because it's not really a stinger; it's a trailer.
Well, no, because I'm not going to spoil anything.
It's not a
but-
spoiler. It's not even a stinger. It's just a trailer.
It's if people don't know it going in, that's a spoiler. That's
All right,
the
fine.
definition of a spoiler.
I'll
Yeah.
leave it at that then.
I have to
Yeah.
agree with Sailor Pullen. Really? That is worth the price of admission?
I thought so. Yeah, because I
mean,
was
I don't know price
utterly
of
shocked.
admission, but it's a good addition.
Yeah, it's fucking, and I mean, yeah, it's a fun movie. It's got there's a couple of awful sequences that are CGI Michael Bay fights where like you really can't even tell what the fuck's going on because it's bad coloring, CGI versus CGI at night.
Well, I was
It's like,
gonna
wow,
say,
this looks like a Transformer fight.
I saw him fighting the bad guy in a suit himself. That was in the trailer.
Yeah, it's symbiote versus symbiote.
And are they both like the black color too?
That's the problem is that they basically make because I think it's been revealed that the villain's name is Riot. They basically make Riot almost the same coloring as Venom, and so yeah, it's like the first Transformers when Optimus Prime is bashing against Megatron, and it's just metal on metal, and you can't tell what is what. It's just 2 fucking shiny toasters headbutting each other, and you can't fucking tell anything.
Who's
It's
winning?
the same type of problem. Yeah, you get CGI versus CGI at night with a bunch of overdone reflections, and it's almost impossible to tell what's going on. That being said, they do show you that Eddie Brock is kind of a piece of shit. They didn't skip that, but then they kind of go past it as quick as possible to try to make the character likable, which I wasn't really a fan of that. But it told a good story. It's it's like a 6 out of 10. Like it's not awful. I wasn't mad. I didn't want my money back. It's not Catwoman bad. Like
So you're saying it's above average?
yeah, it's slightly above average.
I'll be
I was-
honest. I couldn't
I
care
left the
less about this
theater-
game.
I left the theater happy.
Movie.
That's all I'm saying.
Saying a
I left
game,
the theater
motherfucker.
happy.
I ain't playing shit. I played Ultimate Spider-Man Where You Are Venom. That was not a good game.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
I sold the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction to get that game. That was the worst decision I've ever made
Oh,
as a
yeah.
gamer.
Yeah, that was a
Ultimate
poor
Destruction
decision.
is a great
Oh
game.
my god. I thought it was going to be just as good as Spider-Man 2 or better than Spider-Man 2.
But-
I was sold wrong.
But
Did
you
you
know
ever
what?
get the achievement for clearing an entire city block in New York?
I don't fucking remember.
That was
such
a
a tough one to do.
that was a bad decision, Willie. But you know what is a good decision? Checking out the podcasts that are part of the Gonna Geek Network by heading on over to GonnaGeek.com and clicking on the network button or GonnaGeekNetwork.com. Regardless, go check it out. We've got 25 plus different shows in the network that cover a variety of topics. Some things are television specific, like The Walking Dead. We used to have a show on. We have one for Arrow. We have one for The Flash. One for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We've got geek culture. We've got dads figuring out how to include tech in their life. Video game podcast. I can't describe everything we got there, and I sure as hell can't talk about every podcast there. But what we can do is give you a taste of another podcast and say, hey guys, maybe you should go check this one out. So, Mr. Willie D. Nelson, what podcast are we sending people to this week?
Oh, so I'm a little dejected. Let me get into character. Lemon face, lion face, ha! Lemon face, lion face, ha! Let me get into it.
Are you good? You into it?
This week I'm going to be talking about the Gonna Geek show. GonnaGeek.com, episode 257. Gonna be hacked on Facebook and find out that MoviePass is a hack. This week in the show, the crew of the official GonnaGeek.com show talk about what the recent Facebook hack means for you. In addition, Chris gets mad over MoviePass doing shady business practices. I'm surprised you're surprised. Plus, there's a review of 3 Minute Games' Lifeline Games. Check out this and more in this week's GonnaGeek.com show. Back to you, Chris.
Yeah,
Who wrote this?
For those that aren't aware, if you had Movie Pass in the past, go check and make sure you didn't get signed up again, because they signed up a lot of people again and made you opt out to stop it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, say it one more time.
If you had Movie Pass and you discontinue your account, check your email, because there is potential you got put back onto their unlimited plan, in which they send you an email saying, we're signing you up for this. If you want to opt out, click this link to opt out. So they were signing people back up for Movie Passes.
Isn't that illegal? You're charging them
One
when they
would
never
think, but I don't know. Worst comes to worst, I guess you could always just be like, hey, we're just going to decline these charges on the credit card, stuff like that.
Oh, hey, you're born.
I'll
Here's a
sue.
subscription service you have to unsubscribe to from being born.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What?
It seems like it's dumb. Don't worry about it. If check your email, you should see if there was an email that came in or not. I didn't get it, so if you canceled about the same time I canceled and talked about it on this show, you should be safe.
I'm not seeing it, but I'm scanning my email now.
What I did see though, I did go see The Nun. They have a Movie Pass type thing too with AMC, and it actually looks not that bad, where you can actually use it for IMAX and other stuff like that.
Yeah, one of the podcasts I listen to, Culture Trapping, Daryl, I believe, has that for over on the East Coast, and he says he enjoys it because he has all AMC theaters around him.
Yeah, and you also get discounts on concessions, I think it said. I just saw the thing the one time, so I'm just going by memory, and this was over a week ago. I mean, the movie was shit.
Know about Willie's memory.
We do know about Willie's memory. So this is a real tough segment for Willie.
My memory is about as big as my dick.
We like to wrap up this show with a bit called What I'm Into. It's where we tell you guys what kind of geeky and nerdy things we've been getting into, so that maybe, just maybe, you'll want to check it out yourself. But if Willie can't remember things, he can't tell you what he's been getting into. So let's give him a chance here. Willie, what have you been getting into?
So a game came out for the Switch Friday, and I didn't actually know it was actually coming out, but I saw YouTube people I watch. They were actually doing a drunken stream of it where they were playing the game and making a drinking game out of it. The game is Mario Party. And I watched it, I was like, man, I remember Mario Party. I want to play Mario Party again, but I don't have a Switch. What I do have is a Wii and a DS. Fuck the Wii. I'm going to get for the DS. So I went and downloaded the two games that you were actually able to download Mario Party-wise for the DS. Mario Party Island Tour and Mario Party Star Rush. They were actually wildly different, like the play styles, but none of them are like the original Mario Party, where it's just the board and you have to go get the stars for 20 coins and all this. Neither one are like that, and it's a little saddened by that.
I think the Switch one is now.
I think that one, yeah, I think from what I've seen, it is like that, which I'm happy about. And Star Rush, what I noticed that they actually have where you can get different characters. The thing with that is everyone's Toad, and you have to get the other characters. And the other characters have different dice that they can roll. They all have 6 sides, but what's on the sides is always a little different. Like Mario has a 0, 1, or it goes all the way to 7, and he's missing a number, but one of them's a 0 as well. So the 6 is replaced. It's something like they all have different dice. Wario and Waluigi, they both have -2 coins, and then I think theirs go up to like 7 or 8. It's weird like that, but I think they put that in the Switch version too, where you can actually use different dice for different rolls. I think you switch between them before you roll, from what I've seen. I didn't get to see it too well because they were kind of covering up the bottom of the screen, so I couldn't really see it too well. And yeah, so I got those, and yesterday I went out and got Mario Party DS for the original DS, because that one plays just like the original Mario Party games, and I was like, yes. I only played one board of it so far. But what I also got yesterday, because I was like, I don't need just Mario Party in my life. I also want a little bit of RPG-ness into it too. So I got Mario and Luigi Inside Bowser's Story, I think it's called, for the DS, where you control Mario and Luigi on the bottom screen of the DS, and you control King Koopa on the top screen, and you switch between them. That's why I've been playing actually just before coming in on the show right now. It is pretty damn fun. I'm not sure if I'm going to be interested in the one that came out for the 3DS called, was it Luigi's Dream or something? I can't remember. It's Mario and Luigi Dream. It's something where Luigi's dreaming and you bring that into the whole. It's something weird. Like I didn't really look too much into it. But yeah, I like the little bit of RPG-ness. So I've been getting on my 3DS action a little bit more now.
Nice. I did get it for the Switch. I just haven't played it yet.
Which one?
The latest Mario Party.
Oh, you just got it and you haven't played it? What's wrong
I
with
got
you?
it on Friday. I was busy most of the weekend.
I'm going to come in by your town. We're going to play it.
All right, come play Mario Party with me.
And
We'll
I think the
live
best
stream it.
thing... All right, so you know how you played Mario Party before, right?
Yes, I have.
So you know how they hit the block? You know, blink.
Yes.
You can take the Switch thing and go blink.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think there's also something like if you do like a 2v2 or a 1v3, if you're part of the team and you win, you can all do like the thing and push a button or do the whole action and you all high five each other.
That's cool.
Oh, that's fucking nice. That looks good. What else have I been getting into? Yeah, I think that's actually the biggest things I've been getting into. Some gaming. Oh, some Dead by Daylight. I did put up a new video on my YouTube. Why you shouldn't be a camper. Check it out on my YouTube. It's what's my YouTube? Yeah, South Porky is my YouTube. Look up South Porky.
I thought it was. I couldn't remember.
I couldn't remember if I used that or Willie D. Nelson.
Damn blanks.
No, that was a different thing. Oh yeah, that's a story for you. So I was playing earlier this week in Dead by Daylight with a group of people, and we were going against someone playing as the nurse, and we were rocking it. This nurse was terrible. And then all of a sudden, we got the exit door open. We were all about to go out because we just got someone off the hook, and we were just running over there to it. The killer rage quits on us. Huh. So I'm like, this mother. So I click on his name, and because I was going to send him a message. I reported him for rage quitting, and I clicked on his name to send him a message like, what was up with that? I couldn't send him a message because he has it blocked, so he can't receive messages from people that aren't his friends. And then, but I saw in his About Me, he's a streamer. I went to his Twitch account, and I looked like, let me see what this guy. I was trying to see what he looks like or whatever. And apparently, he had his most recent stream. I was like, no way. Let me click on this. I scrolled all the way to the end, and sure enough, that was our match at the end of that the stream. I was watching it from his point of view, and during the part of it, he's like, I can't figure out these fucking blinks, because the nurse, she will like teleport. It's called blinks, blinking, where you go bloop bloop. It's all thing. And he's like, and at the end, he's like, fuck this, I can't take this. I'm never playing the nurse again, and just rage quits. I was like, God damn this fucking asshole. I did send him a message on Twitter too, saying, I mean, how would you not be a rage quitter? Because we got no points for that at all.
Did he respond back on Twitter or anything?
Nope.
I'm
not even sure if he gets. Yeah, I don't even know how that all works. Yeah, so I'm still a little salty about that. He just quit like that, rage quit. He should just let us go. Because now no one gets points at all.
Yeah, they need to fix that. The fact that if the killer rage quits, nobody playing gets any points. That's BS.
Although I think I was playing last night, and I think it was with you, Bachman. We got into a match, and the killer quit before the match really like started. No, he started. It was in a little bit, and then it. We were chased a little bit. Yep, yeah. Leatherface. I was chased a little bit. I lost him, and then like this is like within like a minute of the match starting. All this took place, and he quit. And I sent him a message like, "Hey, why'd you quit?" And apparently it wasn't him. He said the game just stopped too because he was about to chainsaw somebody, and the game just lagged us. So I was like, okay, it might be the servers then.
Yeah, which they've been having issues lately again.
Yeah, so at least he was nice about it. I was like, hey, well, good luck on your future matches, buddy. Sorry it happened.
That's good though when you have the community like that can react respectfully with each other.
That was that one guy. So I mean, not everyone's like it at all.
There are some on Dead by Daylight, but not many.
Yeah, that's true. So that's all you've ever been getting into, Willie? You're going to be on the road, right? Coming up?
The what?
You're going to be on the road, right? Coming
up? I thought I said the Reddit. I was like, what Reddit?
We don't have a Reddit.
He'll be on Reddit. He'll be on Reddit. He's on Reddit all the goddamn time.
I am on Reddit all the goddamn time. I'll be on the road. Don't know where I'm going.
He's coming to my house to play Mario Kart is what I thought. And
Mario
Party.
Yeah, did you say kart?
I did say kart.
Fuck, we'll do that too.
We'll do that one too. It's easy enough to do. I got 4 Joy-Cons. We can do all sorts of stuff.
Oh, I'm easy.
I was going to leave that as it was. I'm going to go next with what I've been getting into. Let's see. We talked about the movie trailers and stuff that I watched. Those were pretty awesome. I mainlined and watched all of Big Mouth season 2 on Netflix. For those that aren't aware, it's a cartoon series by Nick Kroll. It is.
What would you rate that whole series? How would you rate it out of 10?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
8.5. I think it's hilarious.
Really?
I like the talent they have in it. There's a lot of funny voice actors. And it's just funny, but it's also awkward and weird at times because it's basically dealing with kids going through puberty with what they call their hormone monster and things like that.
Yeah, I was thrown right into the second season. I was like, what is all this?
Yeah, you got to start from the beginning.
Okay, an episode I watched, I'm sure you've seen it too, just the weekend, where they go to a sauna type place, the two girls.
Yes.
They show them bare chested.
Yes.
I was like, there's no way. Oh, this could be cleverly nope. I was
Nope. It was weird.
It has
Isn't
cartoon nudity.
Isn't this kind of drawn child porn or something like that? I mean,
I don't know. The cartoon is hilarious, though. There's just super weird moments in it from time to time.
and you see everything in there. Not the kids, just that you don't see anything below the belt for them. But it's like they show everything in that cartoon.
It's hilarious, though, if you don't mind adult cartoons, because it's really it's gross. There's lots of vulgarity at times.
Excuse me,
but it's
I've
hilarious.
seen heavy metal.
Okay, you've seen heavy metal. You're good. And the hormone monster is a hilarious character.
The hormone monsters are great.
Yes. And Nick Kroll is awesome. He's like 4 or 5 different characters in this show. Like, I didn't realize he was the hormone monster at first. I thought they got Will Arnett to be the hormone monster because it sounded like him to me. I was like, holy shit, that's Nick Kroll.
Yeah, he does a really good job in that cartoon.
Yes. Nick Kroll's fantastic, though. I mean, my love of the League notwithstanding.
Go see Uncle Drew.
I don't want
He's
to
in
see
that.
Uncle Drew, though. I don't care.
It's good. It's a good movie.
I'll tell you what, Willie, when it comes to HBO, I'll watch it.
No, that's fair. You'll be happily surprised. Like, that wasn't that bad.
That's fine. I will watch it on HBO. What's some other stuff I've been getting into? I've been playing Spider-Man, and I've been playing
Good.
Madden on my Xbox, and I've been working because work schedule's been really weird this week. I haven't gotten into a ton of fun stuff. And the new and fall TV shows have started, so I will probably be watching in about an hour from now Doctor Who, because the new Doctor Who starts this afternoon, because they're airing it live at like 6:45 p.m. in the UK, and we're getting it at the same time, so I think it's like 1:45 p.m. on BBC America is new Doctor Who with Jodie Whittaker.
Is this the first episode with the new Doctor?
This is the first episode. I'm told it's a good jumping on point, so this time I'm actually going to try and stick to I'll give Doctor Who a try like I tried to the last Capaldi season and flunked out of because I didn't know what was going on.
So it was not a good jumping on.
Evidently it was not, but it is a new showrunner and a new doctor, so I will give it a try and see what happens. I'll give it 2 episodes at least. I've got too much other stuff I want to watch. Oh, evidently this one has a pretty toxic fandom too, just like Star Wars. Oh, great.
Yeah, just ignore the fans.
I
Like
did-
what you like.
I did enjoy watching the whiny Star Wars fanboys last week cry because Kathleen Kennedy got a 3-year extension.
I hope she stays around forever just so they can keep crying.
I think we talked about that on here, though. I mean, I'm so tired of fandoms that are ridiculous.
I care
and
not
toxic.
either way.
Yeah, that's more where I am. I don't really care who runs the studio as long as they put out content that I like.
I care not either way with that too.
Fair enough. But that's really all I've been getting into that I can think off the top of my head. Anthony, wrap us up. What have you been getting into?
So yeah, I finished Spider-Man, so I've been playing Dead by Daylight, a little bit of Overwatch with my buddy. I got all through season 8 of The Walking Dead, so that was good to see. Spoilers if you're over a year behind, it's the season that Carl dies. So no more
Carl
Coral.
dies?
Coral!
No more Coral. Yeah, it
You
was
were just
funny.
talking
Like,
about how he was shaving and all that.
yeah, well, that's just it. There's really up close scenes of him like laying on his deathbed, and like you can see the beard stubble that like he had to shave, and like they're trying to put makeup on as he's laying there, covered in sweat because it's Georgia and like he's in his death throes. But yeah, like
Well, we've been
it was
hearing
a-
for years that the coral reef was dying.
that's true. It finally died. But it's that show's gotten further and further away from the book. It's so crazy. But yeah, watch it. Jeffrey Dean Morgan just kill it for an entire season as Negan in basically the TV show version of All Out War from the comics. Like it was pretty good. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with season 9, just because, like I said, now in my head they're two very separate things. The show almost has nothing to do with the comic, other than a couple characters with the same name. Like other than that, it's not even the same fucking thing anymore. And then I had a nice little stressful, what was it, Thursday? I did a job interview for a promotion, so I'm waiting to hear back how that goes. The interview, I think, went okay, but it's one of those things where I never know. Whenever I think it's good, it goes bad. If I think it goes bad, it went good. I never fucking know. But then I had a very sweet mail call show up this week. I got my hardbound edition of Skyheart from the one and only creator of Inktober, Mr. Jake Parker. This is the comic that he put out on Kickstarter, I think about 2 years ago now. Like, it's been a while. But yeah, it's a giant, gorgeous book. And it's one of the ones that he did everything. He drew it. He inked it. He colored it. I'm not sure if he did the letters, but like it's literally like it's one of his, his creator-owned project. He did all the work on it. This fantastic character, and following him on like Instagram and Twitter, it's one of those things where you've seen him building this world for years, and to see him finally get the comic done is really cool. And then because it is October, and because Jake Parker has made us all addicted to a certain thing, I started my Inktober's. And so what I decided to do was a month of Overwatch characters on sketch cards. So I just started alphabetically. And so I got Anna done on the first day. And then I did me a Bastion. And then I did Brigitte. And then I did Love Diva. And then stupid Doomfist, who I hate. And I didn't even draw his fist because screw him. And then last night was Genji. So yeah, I really enjoyed Genji. I did that one. Today will be Hanzo. So yeah, I'm doing, there's 28 characters now in Overwatch. So I will do one for each character. And then the last 3, I'll probably just redo characters I like in different poses. So it'll probably be like 2 Junkrats and maybe 2 Divas. Maybe
I thought you were doing them alphabetically.
I am.
Why was Diva before Doomfist?
Diva. It's the letter D.
And then a period. And then a D.
So the first word in her name is the letter D.
You know what? You're right. You got me.
Willie can admit when he's wrong. Remember, we learned that.
Yeah,
it keeps happening and it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one of those assholes that say, no, I'm doubling down, motherfucker.
And that's how they have them on the grid in the game. I'm literally going by the grid. And so
you're
it's
right.
Diva and then Doomfist. Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you're 100% right.
And then did Genji, Hanzo will be today. And then, I think after that is Junkrat. So that's what I'm looking forward to because Junkrat was my very first main, the person I put like 10 hours in on the first time I played. And I loved the hell out of that character. So I'm looking forward to him. And then, apparently I got some trailers to go watch. And then I'm 7 seasons now into Supernatural. And I just fucking love that show because they just keep upping the ante and everything keeps getting worse. And they've fought the apocalypse like 4 times now. They've each died twice. I fucking love that show. It's so much fun. And then I went through, Netflix did their Netflix and Chills announcement where they put up a bunch of horror movies and other stuff. And so I've been going through those and just basically watching a horror movie each night because it's Halloween time. So
wait. Netflix put up horror movies for October? Usually they do the opposite. They pull them.
Nope. This time they actually did a new release and they called it Netflix and Chills. The only thing that was slightly annoying about it was in the preview for the Netflix and Chills, they added in scenes from the what is it? The Adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Chilling Adventures. Yeah.
It actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome, but it doesn't come out till like the 26th of the month. And so it's kind of
No.
No. It's a brand new Netflix version, and it's done like the CW Riverdale,
it's horror.
Where it is a badass version of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So yeah, Netflix got their hands on an Archie comic, and they're going nuts with it, and it looks really fucking good. It looks like dark and gritty, and like I'm excited for it. But yeah, it doesn't come out till like the end of the month, and so the only annoying thing was like, hey, we're gonna put this on our preview for all of our stuff for October. And you're not going to get this till the end of the month. But yeah, so we got Daredevil to look forward to. We got freaking Sabrina to look forward to. And there's a ton of movies on there. And they did it looks like they redid an American version of the movie Teeth. So that's on there. So I might watch that even though it's kind of scary.
Wait, that wasn't an American movie?
I think the original version was foreign, but I'm not sure.
Wait, I thought there was just the one version of it.
No, there's what looks like a new version of it on Netflix. And then I watched, what was it? Hold the Dark. With Stellan Skarsgård.
Oh, I saw that. I had that saved up in my Reddit thing.
Yeah, and the dude from The guy that played the super smart scientist dude on the Hunger Games movies as like a wolf hunter. That movie is fucking crazy creepy. And even after having finished watching it, I'm still not sure what I saw. Like, it's so weird. I kind of want to watch it again just because I'm kind of confused. But it was really, really good. Like, it's super creepy, and it's got one of the most violent standoffs I've ever seen in a film that has almost nothing to do with the horror story that's taking place in the movie. Like, it's so weird when the standoff happens. Like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, it's a really good movie, really crazy, and apparently it's won a lot of awards at a lot of the independent film festivals. Yeah, Hold the Dark on Netflix. Good shit.
Yeah, I'll watch a movie with a Skarsgård by any name.
Yeah, yeah. If it's got Skarsgård, it's just good. It's like Smuckers. But yeah, that's what I'm getting into.
Well, cool. I think that is going to wrap us up because I have to get out of here in a couple minutes because I'm time limited on stuff today. So a giant thank you to everyone that did join us live today. My apologies to folks who got caught up by the Nightbot's overzealous moderating. I think I have it clued in. I'm basically setting up everyone who is a regular in here up as a regular in the Nightbot app so that you guys can do whatever you want. And whenever new people come in, like that other dude who kept trying to spam us, the Nightbot smacks them around and then bans them. It seems to work, though.
They can do whatever they want. Let's not go that far.
Well, within reason. The things that Nightbot is catching is sharing links, which I don't mind if our regulars do, and some profanity. It's only minimal profanity protection because who gives a shit?
Yeah, we like our profanity, you fuckers.
We trust our regulars. That's what it comes down to. We trust our regulars. You guys are.
We don't know why. We don't know why, but we do.
Because we're gullible. We're gullible.
Why do you think I'm here?
That's because you just drugged us.
Drug? Wow.
I've only met you guys the one time, and I was only two of you.
And then you put a parasite in my brain, just like in Star Trek.
I was here before that.
Yikes. He gave you an earworm?
Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't know. You guys got any final thoughts as we shut this thing down?
I mean, I call it an STD, but whatever.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Jesus.
I should have known.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Yep.
Good words.
Good words indeed. So
end the show, Chris.
Thank you everyone for joining us. We are shutting things down, and don't forget we'll be back next week with all new stuff live Sunday 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over on geeks.live. Until then, we will see you all later. Bye guys.
Bye.
Yo.
Thanks for listening to this brand new episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of the Alpha Geek Radio app, and over at our network home at gonnageek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us atgnpodcast@gonnageek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGN Podcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at incompetech.com.